Hello everybody, today we are doing a review on the Murky Waters palette. It is sold out. It's by LADYBUG Glow and BLAIR. They're BLAIR Dale, MUA. They did a little palette together, and I also got like a little freebie I want to show you guys too. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, what I think of this collection, then just keep watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you've never been here before, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. I love playing with makeup. Today we're playing with this very special, it was a limited edition palette. It has sold out because you know what? There's been a lot going on in my life and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But it is palette from one of my friends over at LADYBUG Glow. It's a little private label company. They're a indie brand, and this is something that was a creation between one of my friends, BLAIR Dale, and the owner of LADYBUG Glow, Amanda. They came up with a little palette together that's called the Murky Waters palette. It's kind of mermaid inspired, and I love the two of these people. Both of them very, very cool, very, very kind people. I got a couple of these, and one of them I'm sending to another provider. Oh, you can tell that I work in healthcare because I'm calling everybody providers. Another creator. I've got a box together. My daughter and I have been coming up with a little box for Allie Dawson, and we're going to send her this palette. Look how beautiful. So I wore a shirt that I thought kind of would like match the theme of this palette. The color scheme is beautiful. Now, sadly, it's not one I get the chance to play with very often, this color scheme that is, because I just don't wear a lot of blues anymore. I used to wear blues nonstop. But it's mermaid-ish inspired, but it's sort of like the darker side of the mermaid colors. So you've got some really nice blues, and there's like four. It's 8-pan palette. There are 4 shimmers, and there are 4 mattes. There is a matte here on the bottom. This one's called Lagoon. It looks like it is a super dark green. Let me see if I can swatch it. Yeah, so that's like a very super dark green. I just barely touched that to get that sample, that swatch. Then we have this lime green called Seaweed, which I'm very drawn to the seaweed. And then we have a pretty blue that's like a royal blue. The name is Flounder, which I think is adorbs. And then the matte brown is Treasure. And that is beautiful. Those are beautiful mattes. LADYBUG Glow, like their mattes, her mattes, they are heaven. They are heaven, okay? Just heaven. And then her shimmers and her glitters are beautiful as well. Then the next row, we have Merman, which is this teal shimmer. Then we have Atlantis, which is, and this one is dual chrome. You can definitely see it's dual chrome. In the pan, in person, it looks kind of green, but on camera, it looks blue. Then we have Shellfish, which I freaking love this name. Shellfish is like, instead of like selfish, the word has always had like a negative connotation, but sometimes I always joke that you need to be a little selfish with yourself and like have time for yourself. So seeing this in here, or if somebody was being a little selfish, instead of outlandishly calling them selfish, I would just be like, they're being a little shellfish. And that's what this color, for some reason, brings back to mind. Now, in the pan, it looks purple. For you guys, it's got like a blue aqua shift to it. So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then last but not least, this is my favorite shade. It got a little beat up in the mail because my mailman, I think he's annoyed with how many packages I get. So I think he kind of like beat it up a little bit. But this is the Murky Waters color. This is the color that this whole palette is based on. And it is a beautiful blue purple shift. And I just love it. Just absolutely love it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I also got, because I got it at a specific time where she was giving away a free highlighter, which I've never had a highlighter from this brand. I have some blushes. We'll play with those maybe. But this is a highlighter, and this is in the name of it is, oops, sorry. It's not Oops. It's not Oops. It's Angelfish Sparkle. And this is what she looks like. You can see she's multi-dimensional. I have played with it. There's some purple and green and white shimmer in there. She's very soft. Just a beautiful, beautiful little highlighter. And I thought that would be fun to put like in the inner corner, because you guys know I need to highlight the brow bone. I need to have my inner corner moment. So let's see. So I hadn't really, pardon me for adjusting myself. I shouldn't do that while I'm filming. But let's go ahead and decide what look we want to do. I think I'm going to start with, oh gosh, I should start with seaweed. I'm going to start with seaweed. So I'm going to use a nice floofy brush. I've got this Gimme Glow Cosmetics brush. This is the number. I can't read it. Y'all know I'm blind. I'm getting glasses. I have an appointment. Emma's going to her appointment today. That's why she's not with me today. Put it on this fluffy brush. And that's how it looks in the brush. I'm going to just pat it off just a little bit. Add a little bit more. All right. And then we are going to use hand mirror. I've got my Beetlejuice hand mirror. So yeah, my family was well for a little while. My daughter was well for like, I want to say a week. And then she goes outside, and we live in the Carolinas. And in the Carolinas, we have this tree that blooms as soon as there's any kind of warmth in the air, even if it's just a little bit of warmth. And that tree is in full bloom. And she goes outside to play with her little friends, comes back in one night, and she's like snotty all over again. Didn't have the fever, but she had everything else. She had a cough. She was sneezing. It was rough. And that was like, it's been going on for like a week or two now of her dealing with that. And I was like so pissed off, because it was, you know, she just got over something. You know, she's just feeling better. And then she's back to where she started, it felt like. And this is also happened to be the week that she decided she wanted to start sleeping in her own bed instead of sleeping in mommy's bed. We share a room, and most of the nights she would be in my bed, or she would end up in my bed. But if she didn't start off in my bed. But it's gotten to where now she's super Little Miss Independent, and she's been doing real good about that. And even while she's not been feeling her best, and even though she's been coughing and sneezing and drippy nose and the whole 9 yards again, she's actually been staying in her own bed. So that is a fun little accomplishment. And I was so scared for a little while she was going to backtrack because of this, like either allergies or another cold virus or something. I don't know. But she didn't. So she's doing good, and she's off with her daddy on an eye exam that he scheduled. I scheduled one, but it wasn't going to be until May, and that wasn't good enough, so he rescheduled for me. So joy. We're not going to go into all that. How are you guys doing? I'd love to hear. Sound off in the comments. All right, so I'm going to use another brush. I want another floofy brush, because I'm going to use that blue flounder color. I'm going to use this one. This is a Alter Eco brush. So I'm going to go into this blue flounder here. And that I'm just going to use to deepen the colors. Oh, she's going to be an interesting combination. What do y'all think? Is that too much? Is that too much? Should I have used a little tighter brush than that? I kind of like it though. What do you think? I am not a makeup artist. I never claimed to be a makeup artist. I just like having fun with it, and sometimes people like what I do. So I just want to make that disclaimer so nobody comes for me in the comment section. You should know what you're gonna do. No, no, no. I'm just an enthusiast. I'm playing just like y'all are. If you squeeze your eyes too tight, I notice that I'll get like little wrinkles in my eyes from squeezing them too tight. So I've got to like lightly close my eyes. It's just something I noticed. Probably all of y'all already know that. Most of you guys are actually makeup artists. I know a lot of my friends are actual makeup artists, and I'm just having fun. I will play with makeup, and if somebody wants me to do their makeup, I'll do it, but I'm just having a good time with it. I also have an Ipsy unboxing I'm going to do for this month. I know I just posted the one for last month, but I got it late, and you guys will probably already know the whole story with that. So you're going to get another Ipsy. All right. So that's what we're looking like now. I don't know if this is just too much light. I'm going to adjust the light, so bear with me here. Can you guys see anything? Because I do have that natural light coming in from the window. That might be too much. That might be even more too much. I feel like I'm really washed out this way. So let's like take it down a little bit. You guys see? Do you see that? Is that showing up? This one little brow bone here, this just does not want to take color sometimes. And it's not any particular brand. It's all brands. It's just that bone is like very rigid and has like a rigid line that sticks up on it. So yeah. All right, so now I want to get into the shimmers. I want to put Murky Waters the color on my eyes, but before I do the shimmers, I always use a glitter glue, and this is from Gimme Glow. It's their glitter glue. It's called Glow Holder. Or Glow Harder rather. Glow Harder. This is their glitter glue. And I'm going to put this down everywhere I want to put glitter. Oh, she's a thick formula. She's a thickie. I'm going to put her down here. Get a little bit more on here. I should just be putting this on my finger and putting it on my eye instead of the other way around like I was doing, because I don't think that that's a good application method. Oh, it's so nice and sticky. I love this one. If you guys are looking for a really good glitter glue, I really do recommend anything from Gimme Glow. They're really, really good. Like their highlighters are heaven. So, but they have their own glitter glue, so I am all about it. And it's nice and sticky. And I've noticed that I have a lot of less glitter fallout with this than with other brands. All right, so I've patted that in. And I'm going to use the same finger that I have the glitter glue on to go into the Murky Waters. Why not, right? My finger's already primed. Stick to my fingers a little bit. So that's what that looks like. That is just absolutely stunning. Stunning. I'm going to put her. I got to remember to take my mirror down enough to where you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I can still see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to clean up below, but that's always expected with me. That's why I don't do my makeup, because I know I'm messy. I don't do like anything besides prime and do my brows. That's it. Before I try an eyeshadow palette that I've never used before, because I know I'm going to be messy. After I've used it a little while, it won't be as bad. But the first time I use it, it's going to be terrible. This is so beautiful. Like I meant to just do a little bit, but I keep going. It's so perfect. Blair, this is beautiful. I'm just so in love with this color. Okay, I need to switch to another color, and I don't want you to look how pretty that looks on my finger even. Like, really? Seriously? Oh my gosh, Amanda. Blair. I talk. Sorry. I talk all day for my job, so my voice gets like this. I apologize. And I'm very prone to laryngitis. I just had a big battle with it. I'm hoping it's not coming back. I've messed up my palette. My palette looks horrible. Please don't base judgment on me for that. All right, so next I want to do, I have not decided, should I do shellfish Or should I, so this is Shellfish. Should I do Shellfish or should I do Atlantis? I think I kind of want to do Atlantis. Shellfish is pretty and everything, but it's got a lot of purple shift to it. And Atlantis does too, but it's not as much. And I want to use that highlighter on the inner corner. Oh, gosh. That's like a pretty purple blue, so I'm okay with it. It's somewhere in between of what I wanted, so that's like the in between of the two. Maybe I'll like layer, maybe I'll layer some Shellfish on top of that. See, should get where you guys can see, and I like putting them on with my fingers. These were pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna try the Shellfish one. I'm gonna use a finger I haven't used yet. There's the Shellfish. Oh, that's pretty. Oh gosh, are you kidding? Look at that. Get out of the city. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Holy cow. Wow. Just wow. Y'all really made this palette, guys. This is so freaking beautiful. I don't know which finger to use. I want to go through all the shimmers again because I'm just such a fan of these shimmers. They're just that beautiful. All right, so what do we want to line with? I think we're going to use Lagoon, which is that dark green that's almost black. I'm going to use that, and I'll show you guys again before I start lining with it. Getting my fingers off. All right, I'm going to use that for the highlighter. All right, I have my little Jaro brushes here. That's what you hear rattling. I'm going to use this liner brush from Laura Lee. And this is the color I was talking about I'm going to go into. It's Lagoon. It's just a forest green, real deep forest green. Absolutely beautiful. This entire palette. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have some amazing friends, y'all. He sold out too. This is just fascinating that he's doing, I mean, not really fascinating like I'm surprised, but fascinating how quick, you know, you get a good color selection and you get a good palette good palette organization out, and it'll sell fast. I mean, all of her palettes are good, though, and I think that maybe this will give her some more attention for her Ladybug Glow, the original palette. That palette, don't sleep on that palette. I tried telling you guys the first time I did that video not to sleep on that palette. Now, I'm not joking. I mean, this girl she's good. Amanda is good. She knows her stuff. Like, she's been an enthusiast for a while. She's been a collector. That's how I know her. Is we found each other because of our enthusiastic zeal for makeup. And I think she found me on this channel too. I don't know. She may have found me through Instagram. I don't know. We found each other. I remember the first time I spoke to her, it was because I saw some things she was collecting that she got for her collection rather, and I was like, that palette is gorgeous. I've wanted that palette for a really long time. Tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? And she was like completely honest with me. She told me the things she loved about it. You know, it was just nice. And she even was like, yeah, there's certain things that don't use these colors as much, and here's why. And it's refreshing to have somebody be completely honest. I know all of us, all you guys watching, everybody wants honesty. That's what we want in this community, is we want somebody who's honest about it and gives good recommendations based off of honest things. All right. So I think that we're done with the eyeshadow look. I do need to clean it up, especially this eye here. There's a mess going on. It's a whole situation. So I am going to clean my eyes up. I am going to put on the rest of my face. And then, actually, you know what? I want to do that. Before I do that, let's go ahead and we're going to use this little highlighter on the innermost corner. I've got my little intercorter brush that I like to use, and we're going to dab in there. Hopefully it'll pick up a little on there. Sometimes this brush is great for certain brands, and then other brands it just doesn't pick up. So I don't even know if that's what this is for, but the way it's shaped, it's perfect for fitting in that little inner corner spot. And that's beautiful. That is just so beautiful. So there you go. So I can clean up my look and I'll be back in a bit. Bye. I am going to complete this look later on with some lashes from Melt Cosmetics. These are the half lashes from Melt Cosmetics. They're in the style Johnny. And yeah, we'll do that later. I was going to try to do that now, but my lunch break is running out and I thought we could play with the LADYBUG Glow Rose Blush. This is in the shade Mauve and Rose. Now, I do have a couple others, and I have one that I set aside to send to Allie as well because Emma requested it. But when you see this blush, you'll see why Emma requested I send one to Allie. Look how beautiful it is. So it's actually like a silk rose, but it's infused with the color, the pigment. So you could just like take your brush. Now, she does have these restocked from time to time. I think they may be in stock right now. So you may be able to go in there and get yourself one of these. And this is how it looks on the brush. And then you can just brush it on the little cheekbones there. And I like to do like a little healthy glow. So I go to the bottom of my nose. And kind of just try to make it look like, you know, like I've been running around and active and stuff, so I've got a little glow from that. So there's that. And then we're going to use her highlighter. I think I have a nice little highlighter brush. So I'm going to get that highlighter out again. This is the highlighter in Angelfish Sparkle. And I'm going to use, I actually have a better one. These are both like highlighter brushes, but I think I want to use this one. The Laura Lee, because it looks like it might be a little denser. I hope it is. And I'm just going to put Angelfish Glow on this little highlighter brush. I'm just going to go along the tops of the cheeks here. And I will blend this all out. I love to blend, so put a little bit on my upper lip so it looks like I have the meat sweats, because why not? I did try to put a little bit on the brow bone. I don't know if you can even see it. My application process is probably needing some help. Again, enthusiast, not a makeup artist. So I struggle with things like blending and that kind of thing. So I guess maybe like the normal things that us enthusiasts struggle with. And I'm going to use a brush, a Gimme Glow brush. This looks kind of like the e.l.f. all-in-one brush. It's very loosely packed, but it's fluffy and it's really good for blending. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to blend. I am wearing the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten foundation again because it's my favorite. And I don't get the itchies with it. So this is me blending it out. And I think I'd like to come back after work maybe, and I'll have on the Johnny lashes and we can talk a little bit more about it. But I mean, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful palette, and the highlighter is really pretty too. I really like the highlighter. You can see it. It's subtle, but it's there. It's really pretty. Like, I kind of want to put on more because, you know, why not? I'm going to take my finger. Why don't I just take my finger and do it? Just, ooh, for shits and giggles. I'm not monetized, so I could say things like that. I should get that on a t-shirt. I'm not monetized, so I can say things like that. YouTube gods will not get me. Oops, I'm like flipping you guys off, having my finger like that. I mean, it's just a natural way for some people to point. I remember back when I was like little Miss Goody Two-Shoes, that used to offend me when people would point at things like that. So I shouldn't be doing it. Okay. I'm going to put a little more up on this, right under the brow here. Y'all, the Melt Cosmetics eyebrow products, and I've not tried the lashes yet, but the eyebrow products are heaven. I mean, they're heaven. If you've been looking at them and you've been thinking about getting them, go get them. They're amazing. So this blush is everything. This highlighter is doing it for me. Look at it. I was like, I have like this glow. It's so pretty. I'll be back with final thoughts, but I love it. I love it. Okay guys, so we're back. I have added the Johnny lashes from Melt Cosmetics. I also used their glue, and this is my final look. So I've used the Murky Waters. Oh my god, my brain, it just shorts out sometimes. I don't know why. It's like I know what I'm trying to say, but just for a second there, my brain just short circuits. Murky Waters palette from Ladybug Glow Cosmetics. It's beautiful. Also used this blush. This is their rose blush. It is the mauve and rose shade. I love how it's a cute little ladybug on the cover. And then I also used the Ladybug Glow Angelfish Sparkle. It's the Murky Waters highlighter that I got as a gift for getting the palette, and I used that on the inner corner. I also used it on my cheeks. Very, very beautiful collection. Really enjoyed it. It is sold out now. I don't know if they plan on making more, but if you don't know already, Ladybug Glow makes some beautiful products. Their Ladybug Glow palette, like the original palette, is one of my favorite palettes of all time. I end up using this palette a whole lot more than I ever thought I would. The mattes, like her multi-chromes are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like I can never say enough good stuff about her multi-chromes. But her matte formula, it just blends so easily. It's so beautiful and so bright. It doesn't do that patchy thing that a lot of the other brands out there, like the drugstore brands, seem to do on me. I think it's just because I have dry skin and they don't, and maybe it's the primer I'm using, but a lot of these companies, their palettes will do that to me, but this brand does not. And she's small, she's an indie brand. This palette is so beautiful. I mean, you can use these together and it's beautiful. I've seen somebody do some beautiful looks by combining the two of these. You can find those reviews as well by just searching Ladybug Glow on YouTube, and you'll find a whole lot of reviews. Also, she has been pressing eyeshadows for a while now, and I have like a whole collection. These are just the ones that I kept. I've given some of them away. They are so beautiful. They are easily adhere to your eyes as long as you use a glitter primer, and they're beautiful. They are multi-dimensional, some of them. Some of them are just the most beautiful shimmer. They're creamy in texture. Like the texture's so very creamy. When you touch it, it's soft. It's beautiful, beautiful makeup. So if you're looking for a beautiful new indie brand that has decent pricing, then I would definitely contact Ladybug Glow on Etsy. It is ladybugglow.etsy.com if you want to go look at her shop, and you will find some amazing little products on there. And she always throws in one of these little, she throws in a freebie. It's either going to be like one of these little individual pans or 2 individual pans, depending on what you buy. She always throws in some kind of little freebie. It makes it extra special because you feel like you know, you've gotten something, you've really gotten something. So it's really, really nice. I really enjoy the brand. And of course, I'm not just saying that just because I adore Amanda, because I do adore Amanda and I do adore Blair. But it's just such a good brand. Like, it was like such a nice, like, I come from a place of honesty. Like, basically my whole thing, my whole shtick, my whole reason for being here is I didn't really see a whole lot of 40-year-olds with dry skin that were extremely pale like I am. It's a rare combination, and I think a lot of people like myself with my kind of coloring, they don't tend to go for color. They tend to just stick to the like real muted tones, and they don't really try to do a whole lot. But I've seen that it's kind of getting more popular now that I've been around a little bit. But I still want to be as honest as possible, because when I first started watching YouTube videos about makeup and stuff like that, it was always somebody that they were close, but they were never like extremely relatable to me. You had your Tatis, you had, you know, Jeffree Star, you had other people, and they were all like way younger than me, because I'm 46. They were all way younger than me, and their lifestyles were completely different, and they didn't really seem to have a whole lot in common with me. And there weren't not that they weren't interesting, they just weren't relatable to me. Even Jaclyn Hill, she's beautiful, she's young, she's super young and beautiful, and all these people are young, beautiful people, and I just didn't feel like I had a whole lot to relate with, you know. I just kind of wanted somebody who was a like average person, like an average Joe, to tell me what she thought about makeup. If she had dry skin, if she had really pale skin like me, then that would just be a plus. So that's what I'm here for, and that's why I'm here talking about this brand. I was so grateful to have made friends with Amanda and then with Blair, and I'm so grateful that they created this beautiful baby together, and I'm wearing her all over my eyes. This is just such a fun little thing, and I'm glad I got to experience it, and I hope you guys check out this brand. If you hadn't already, go ahead and check them out. You can also use my code on anything you decide to buy. It'll save you a little bit of coin. It is Sarah10. That's it. All together, no space, Sarah, and then 10, and you're good to go. Well, I thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. If you like this video, please hit the like react. If you haven't already subscribed, if you're interested in seeing more from me, please hit the subscribe button, because we do have a lot of unboxings. I am getting back into subscription boxes, so if you're into that, that's kind of more my comfort zone, is the subscription boxes and mystery boxes. So if you're into that, definitely think about hitting that subscribe button, and I appreciate you all for being here. I'm going to go now, but I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. Peace out, homies. Bye. Love ya.